We all have that deep down need of wanting to feel important, wanting to be somebody. Well, join me today as I talk about how to be important. Welcome to this week's episode of the Surging Forward Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Surging Forward broadcast, where we're helping you to have a positive view in a negative world. My name is David Valentine, and I'm here to help you see the value in the job you do and how you can keep surging forward. Well, hello, and welcome to all the hard-working tradesmen out there and all of you working in your career. I want to welcome you back to the Surging Forward podcast. My name is Dave Valentine, and today I'm going to continue talking on the 6 human needs. Last time we talked about variety, and before that we talked about certainty and comfort. So again, stay tuned. I got a great show today. We're going to be talking today about significance. What does that mean? Is that really something important for our human needs? Absolutely. But first of all, I want to welcome you if you're a first-time listener. I do that every time because we're always getting new listeners. And I get a lot of great response again over the email, different things like that. And those of you that would like to get a hold of me, my email is simply very simple. Dave@surgingforward.com. I'm one of the guys that's here to help you to keep surging forward. I do a lot of great things. I answer a lot of people's questions on the side. And a lot of people don't want to get caught up a lot of times in the Facebook stuff. We got a presence on Facebook if you'd like. We're located Surging Forward on the Facebook page. And if you need your code update courses or anything of that sort, or if you're looking into going into business for yourself and you want to find out how to do it, check out the surgingforward.com page. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. But again, I just want to let you guys know that we're here to help you stay positive in a negative world. You know, we get beat up so many times in this world today, especially if you look at the headlines now. Sometimes you can't see whether someone's coming or going. And it really ties into this episode. I really think it's kind of cool as I get ready to talk about this thing, significance. Because, you know, it's important for us to have a head above the clouds and not get caught up in all the hype. Very rarely are you going to see me go out and put my political views all out there or talk about the things like that. I mean, I deal with them with my close friends. I deal with them on a personal level where I need to. But we all have different values in different places we're at. And that's what it's about for us to come together. And in order for you to succeed, we've got to learn to look at other people. So let me go out any further ado. Let's go ahead and talk about this week's 6 human needs. So this is need number 3. The term significance. You know, if you search yourself and you really search deep down, you know, into your heart, you're going to know we all want to have a sense of being important, whether it's around your friends and your family, your career, or whatever that case may be. We want to know that we have that meaning of what's going on. I can't imagine, you know, being at that time where, you know, life comes to an end and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I didn't do anything. Well, I didn't turn my phone off, so I apologize for that. Let me go ahead and put this on a silence there. Okay. One of the things there, you know, one of the things everybody's always getting a hold of me. But one of those things, you want to feel that feeling of importance. And I'm not talking an importance to where, you know, you want to be president of the United States or you want to be the, you know, head player on a football team or you want to be the most important speaker out there. All right. You know, I speak at a lot of places, and one of the things that the first thing I do is I kind of put everybody on the same level as I'm, because I don't like to be elevated up on a pedestal personally, but I still want to have a meaning of significance, and I'm making a difference in someone's life. That's the gift that I feel like I have, is a gift of encouragement. So we all have special gifts. So it's very important that you find what your gift is. And that is, my friends, is where you're going to find that significance of feeling important. You see, when we're constantly trying to be something that we're not, that's when we start failing and having that feeling of failure of, wow, I can't be like, the big Prescott's out there, big quarterback, or the big guy on the Cowboys. I can't be like, the big speaker, John Maxwell, or I can't be like, this person over here. When you're constantly comparing yourself to somebody else, you're trying to live somebody else's life. And we need to learn to find out our special gifts. See, we all have special God-given gifts. I believe that with all my heart. But it's up to you to find that gift. So I always try to relate this to the trades, because that's, of course, where I'm at. I'm in the construction trades. I'm an inspector for electrical, and I also teach the apprenticeship program. But yet, even in the electrical field, I talk to a wide, diverse group of young men. And I try to encourage them that each one of them has a capacity to be a leader from where they're at. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to run out and be the president of a company. Of course, you may be. It also doesn't mean you're going to run your own company, though you very well may. It also doesn't mean that you're ever going to be office personnel, though you very well may. The point that I get across to them is find out what you enjoy doing. You see, there's a lot of guys out there, they enjoy building that building. They enjoy running the conduit. They get into it. They enjoy pulling the wire. Sometimes I've met bricklayers in the past. That's what they enjoy, putting it together. Yes, it's tough work. It's hard work, but that's what they enjoy. Now, I've also met others who they enjoy helping others succeed. Now, usually those are the ones that step up to be a good leader, because they work on motivating other people to do that job that they're capable of doing. And what happens, other people around them see that, and then that's how they get put into the leadership positions. You see, my friends, I have a very simple philosophy with this. And I'm probably going to get a lot of comments on this, but I hear the philosophy all the time out that I deserve this, I deserve that, I need to get a raise, I don't make enough money, I don't do this, I need to have this amount of money, I have to have this, I've got 2 cars, I've got 6 kids at home. I don't have 6 kids, by the way. I've got a big house payment, I've got all this stuff, and so I need a raise. Oh, my friends, it's not the responsibility of somebody else to take care of your needs. It's up to you to make the choices. You see, if somebody else is making choices for you, you are not going to feel significant. You're not going to reach that level of your expertise in your life. You need to make your own decisions. You see, when you make your own decisions, and hey, you listen to a lot of podcasts. I hope you're listening to a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of cool ones out there. My friend David with Awaken the Leader. Awesome podcast. My friends, subscribe to his podcast. He's also got a great YouTube channel. Check it out. And again, no, he's not in the construction field. But you know what? There's a lot of people listening to my podcast that aren't in the construction field either. So I'm encouraging those of you that listen to construction field to go over and listen to him. But what I'm saying is, when you learn that leadership aspect, all leadership is, and all you need to do to have a feeling of importance, is to start making your own decisions. Don't rely on other people to make a decision for you. Now, let me look at this very simple, and I can break it down really, really simple for you. You want a raise. You don't make enough money. you have a real big house payment and you've got a big truck that it's expensive payment. I mean, my gosh, I saw a thing out there. I think you can get a nice, big F-150, and the guy was telling me it was like $700 a month for 7 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. So, but you got a high payment. Well, number one, you made the wrong choice. If you don't have enough money, you shouldn't have bought the truck. But here nor there. You already bought the truck. You're already in the house. You already got the kids. You need to make more money. The first thing you need to do is make a choice to stop spending money. And I'm just using this as a, example all the way around. The second choice, and you can make that choice right here, right now, write it down as a goal and say, look, I got to stop wasting all this money. Okay. The second thing you need to do is make a choice. What do I need to do to increase my skill level to make more money? I don't care what job you're in. You see, we're in a wonderful age right now. The Google and all the online classes that are out there, it is unbelievable. I offer my online classes, but I'm going to tell you, my friends, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many online classes that you can sit out there and learn on your own. You don't even have to drive somewhere now. And even those are available also. The big thing too, most of them do not cost thousands and thousands of dollars. They cost a couple dollars. And you can get a lifetime's worth of education in a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4 hours or 10 hours worth of time just by spending 1 or 2 hours a week. And you increase your skill level and you increase your knowledge. And as you increase your knowledge, it's going to start being seen by those around you that are important. And when they start seeing that skill level, guess what? You don't have to ask for that raise. You're going to be given that raise. Trust me, most of the people out there, that some of the larger companies out there, if you're working for a good company, they need good guys today. The trades are very tight. My friends, I get job offers all the time for a lot more money than what I make right now. But I don't take it because it's not just about the money. I'm trying to create something a little different for my certificates. I want to create more freedom and more time so that I can spend time making a difference in other people's lives. I like to do one-on-one counseling. I like mentoring others. I like working with others. I like getting up and speaking to groups, encouraging groups. I just did a class doing a code course. I went up to Richmond, and I just got back, and there was like 28 people in there. And again, I get the butterflies on my stomach, get a little nervous, because I'm just an old country boy that came up, and I got all these people in there, engineers, all these people with degrees, and architects, and tradesmen, and people I don't even know. But you know what? I interact with them. And I end up learning so much more from teaching a class because I get exposed to so many cool things. So see, that's my goal. That's me. That's what makes me feel important and significant. But it may not be for you. Maybe you don't want to get up and teach in front of a class. Not a problem. I get that all the time. How can you do that, Yeah, I got to admit it. It is a little scary sometimes, but I get over it because I enjoy doing it. But for you, find out what it is you enjoy. Find out that niche. And you make yourself valuable, and you will get paid. Or what's going to end up happening, the word gets out, and another company will offer you better money. And then you have to make the choice whether you want to go there or not. For me, I'm pursuing other goals, so I'm not just going to jump on a little carrot that's waved in front of me to go work for another company. I've got other goals that I'm trying to set up with my Surging Forward thing here, and different things like that. And so I've got other goals, and that's what helps me feel significant and important. So they're out there for you, my friends. So start making the choices. That's how you can make yourself feel significant. So, and that's the biggest criteria, because I see so many out there. It's always, I want to do this, but I would like to do this, but that word, but, it should be taken out of your vocabulary. All a but means is that you're telling yourself that you can't do it. Because it usually follows with a negative. Anytime you say but, it usually follows with a negative. I always love it when I used to ask on the job. I say, are you finished with that project? Yeah, we got everything in, but. Well, you're not finished. As soon as I hear that word but, I almost tune out because I don't want to hear anymore. I already know they're not finished. Okay? I would much rather hear someone tell me, no, I am not finished. I have this and this and this here left to do. But it's only going to take me 2 or 3 days. I almost said the word but myself. But I try to keep it a positive way. When we tell people that, you're creating that negative attitude. You're trying to give yourself a way out. My friends, every time you give yourself a way out of your goals, you're not going to make your goals. Focus on what you would like to achieve and make a difference and bring somebody with you. That's another critical thing of your feeling of significance. You see, if you're out there working by yourself and you're just the lone wolf and don't care about anybody and I'm just going to do my thing, well, deep down inside, I'm sure if you check your spirit down inside, that's not making you feel well either. We need people around us. And again, that's going to be the topic of the next one, number 4, as I talk about connections and love. So you got to have people around you. It's no good. What good is it to feel significant when you're sitting by yourself? What was that movie? There was a movie that Tom Hanks was in, where he was stranded on the island. I can't remember what that it was. Doesn't come to me right now. Alone or something like that. Stranded. I can't recall the name of the movie, but all I remember is the guy became obsessed with a soccer ball. Okay? It was just unbelievable. I mean, it was either a soccer ball or basketball. I think it was a soccer ball. That became his only friend. He had no feeling of significance because he was by himself. What good is it to survive when you're completely by yourself? Okay? So, your family. Okay, you're not married. You don't have any family. You can have people around you. It doesn't even have to be blood family. A lot of my family is not blood. I have a lot of close family, but they're not necessarily blood family. And I have a lot of blood family too, don't get me wrong. But family are those close people around you that are not afraid to tell you the truth. Make yourself open. Make yourself truthful. And they're not afraid to have fun with you. And they're not afraid to encourage you. So that's where the significance comes in, by making a choice. If you're letting other people choose what you have to do all the time, and you're not making any choices, or better yet, the biggest choice you're making is to sit down and watch TV for the next 3, 4, 5 hours, well, you're making the wrong choices. You need to learn to start making the positive choices in your life that are going to make that difference. And that's going to give you that sense of importance. That's going to give you that drive to say, wow, I am something special. Because each one of you guys listening out there, and women, and whoever's listening to this podcast from today to 10 years ago, 10 years from now, when they happen to stumble across this somewhere on the podcast world and iTunes or somewhere on the internet, you're important. We all were put on this earth with a special gift. And that talent, some of us have 2, some have 3, some have 4. Some may only have 1. But I think the one guy that has the 1 talent is probably the one that can do the greatest and become one of the greatest people, because he has 1 talent that he's actually expert at. But you need to find what that talent is. I have some people that have what they think are multiple talents, and they're just all over the board. They can't finish anything. I really had to kind of, my life, focus down to what I really, really want to do. And I went through this myself probably about 7 to 8 years ago. But you know what it took for me to find my talent? It took me to lose everything I had. Man, don't go that far. And when I say lost everything, I literally lost everything back in 2007 when the financial crash hit. Not only was there a crash, there was some incidents with some personal stuff. I had some stuff happen with the company. People were stealing from me. Everything just kind of crashed all at one time. It was almost like the story of Job, I thought it was. And I mean, I don't like to compare myself to Job. My goodness, it wasn't that bad. None of my family members died, so that was good. But it was rock bottom. And it wasn't until that point where I had to make a choice. I could have stayed down in the bottom and just wallowed in the mud and say, you know what? I've lost it all. Forget it. I'm done. Forget family. I'll just go out and get a job at the lowest paying job I can find and just forget about everybody and drink myself to death and just say, forget it. But you know what? That could have very well happened. But where would I be today? I wouldn't live in the place I'm living at right now. I wouldn't be doing this podcast. I wouldn't be able to be out there to make a difference in somebody's life. There's a couple of people I know out there that would not have their electrical license today if it was not for me. And I'm not going to mention names because I'm not going to put it out there, because it's not that I am such a great guy. It's because I was the one that was put into their life at that particular time to help them when they were on the down and outs and they were getting ready to slide the wrong way. And there's many out there that'll testify to that. But I wouldn't put their name out unless they'd like for me to interview them, and that would be great. But their lives are sliding down like mine was. And if I wouldn't have been there, they wouldn't have been successful. Bottom line truth. And again, it's not that I'm anything great. It's just that was my gift for that particular time. And no, they're not big speakers, but they're still giving back and helping somebody out. So that's my biggest thing is with Surging Forward, is to help everyone to be able to help somebody else. You can help others out too. Hey, simply refer this podcast to them. I am so shocked and amazed. Here I am, a 55-year-old guy and doing a podcast, and yet I find so many people in their 30s and 20s. What's a podcast, Dave? I never heard of that. And so I have to show them technology. Wow. I mean, I did a podcast on social media, back in one of the earlier episodes. I think it was like episode 20, somewhere around that area. But I just can't believe that people that live in this technology world and they're on their phones all the time and they don't know what a podcast is. I mean, that's pretty much all I listen to now because it feeds positive things into my mind. I don't listen to all the garbage that go on the news. I spend probably 30 minutes a week watching the news. That's how much news I get. And you know what? Every week, I get caught up into the same thing. I know my local stuff going on and stuff like that. I can get that right off the internet, as I'm kind of browsing through different things. But again, every week it's the same thing. I really don't want to hear about all the people that were killed over here, so-and-so killed over here, all the gang violence and all that stuff, because I know there's a lot of people trying to get out of the gangs. Those are the guys I'd like to try to affect and make a difference in. Help them get a job, do whatever we got to do, and make a difference so they can feel significance. So it's not they're feeling significant because somebody else is lying to them. So they're not feeling significant because of what somebody is telling them. Again, if you're not making your choices, you're not going to feel that deep down sense of significance. Don't let somebody else make your choices, my friends. Start making your choice today. So think about it. That's our message for today. Significance. Deep down inside, you can feel it. You can get to that point where you can feel like you're making a difference and you are important. Everyone has a gift. So again, if you want to get a hold of me, my friends, the email address is dave@surgingforward.com. I'm always here to help you out. Check me out on Facebook. I'm over there. The Facebook page is really growing. We're reaching my goal. I'm almost up to 300 likes already. To me, that's pretty cool. Some of you guys might think, wow, that's not very many. Well, you know what? If you're thinking that, help me spread the word. Get it up to, because I get excited about every new person that I'm meeting, because a little over a year ago today, a lot of you I didn't know at all. So I got a couple great interviews coming up once I finish this segment. Next week, we're going to be talking about connection and love. And yeah, we may be talking about that sex word also. Wow, that's one for everybody who wants to look into, right? So yeah, we're going to talk about what this really means and what it's about. It's another desire that we have. So anyhow, take care. God bless. And keep surging forward. Until next week, my friends, have a great day. Bye-bye.